Welcome back to the shed, everybody. Just made a video a couple of days ago, but I thought I'd make another one. I've been working on the right wing this weekend. I've got all the ribs laid out. I've got the bottom spar attached to the flat surface. I've got the nacelle parts laid out. All the notches caught. I've got the top spar laying over there, just not put it in yet. Just dry fitting it to see how it's going to look. Nothing's glued. So I just wanted to give you a little update of where we were at. I've got the last video I said I was going to try to just work on the center section of the wing. So I had something I could form the fuselage with, but I got a little carried away. Kind of like how I work. I sort of get working on something and then I get bored of doing that. Then I'll jump to something else, get that thing going, get it laid out, get it ready to go, then jump back and back and back. It sort of keeps my interest peaked. But I'll show you what we got here. Right here is the center section. This will be flat. There's a 7-degree dihedral that goes right through here. So this wing will set up 7 degrees. I've got the 3/32 inch that I waited forever to get that piece. I don't know why it seemed like it was so hard for me to get. I couldn't get the local hobby shop. I had to order it, and it took forever, it seems. But I got them cut out. There's N1 sits up in the front where your motor is going to sit. N1's over there. It's a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. And the 8-ounce fuel tank will sit inside of here. I bought a synchronizer yesterday on RC Universe after a guy, so that should be here hopefully this week. Like I said, I was going to put servos for the ailerons. I'm going to put a servo for this. I'm going to have an aileron or a servo per aileron. So I have one on this side and one on the other side of the wing. For the flaps, I think I'm going to just use the bell crank. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to use 2 servos for the flaps or not. I might. I know a lot of guys don't like to use the bell cranks, but I probably won't be using the flaps much. They're kind of neat to look at, but I don't know, do you really use them that much? I don't have the flaps laid out or the ailerons. Got everything I need to do them. I just don't have them laid out yet. The front 1/2-inch piece. This is a 1/2-inch square piece for the leading edge. There it is right there. I'd say there's something kind of unique about it. I thought it was unique anyway. The top spar runs across the notches like it's normal, but it actually goes through the 3/32 inch nacelle right there. Gets clipped into the other rib and then goes out it. So you'll have to put everything together, and then this gets planked. I'll have to sand that down and get it all nice and get that taper I want for the planking. I did notice that some of these ribs out on the end here were a little bit higher. I'll have to, once I get it all glued and everything, I'll get my sanding block and bring them back down a little bit. The top of the plane, I'll sheet. The bottom, I don't have the landing gear yet. I ordered them and they're on their way, but the landing gear will go right inside of there. I don't know if you could see it or not, but there's right where it says N6 right below it and N7 right there. There's 2 pieces of hardwood that'll get, the retracts will get mounted here, and of course they'll fold up into this way. 3-inch wheel right through here. I think it was 3-inch. And I don't have those yet. So what my plan is that I will lay this all out, make sure it's all nice and flat, get it sanded, put the leading edge on, get everything glued the way I got to do. I've still got to sand down and fit. There's an 1/8-inch piece that sits right where my pinky is. You can see it standing up right through there. And then another 1/8-inch piece for the top where the flap will actually, the hinge will be. I still have to put those on. I've got it not quite, I'm a little bit off on a few of them, so I'm going to have to sand those back. Actually, you can see it a little bit better there. I put a piece of 1/8 inch there and a piece of 1/8 inch on the top to close that hole, that gap off. I've got the wing tips I'll show you one of these. I just got it the other day, what I do with it. It's a 2x4 piece of balsa. Look at that honking piece of balsa. 2x4x12. So what I'll do is I'll cut that in half. I'll use one for this side and one for the other side. That's a piece. Plus I got another one when I ordered that. I ordered a, I think it's 3x3. 3x3 piece right here. You'll need those for the nose cone of the plane, and you'll need one for the tail. It's probably 2x2 would have worked, but a 2x2 would have been I think it is 2 inch by 2 inch. So I got 3x3, and I'll have to sand on it like a mad dog. I ordered the cowling from a fiberglass place. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to get the name back. They're making them right now. So they should be here, if not the end of this week, the first of next week. So I'll be able to see. I don't think they're an exact fit. Somebody was telling me they were a little bit smaller, so we may have to make some modifications to the front here to get the cowlings to fit. I'm not going to try to make those cowlings. I've never made one, and this guy only charged me $68. Actually, it was $54 and whatever the rest was. It turned out to be $68 that to ship to the house, so I'm not even going to try to make that. But that's where we're at right now. With what I'll do tonight is, if I work on it anymore or not, but I'll put the top spar in, line everything up, put a center line on my front again here, the front of the rib, on the front on the half-inch square leading edge. I'll start maybe gluing everything together, getting everything lined up nice and straight, and I'll sheet the top only. Then I'll plank. This has got to be planked, so I'll plank that, and then move back to the fuselage probably. So I got to figure out a way how they're talking about doing this dihedral. They got a 7-degree dihedral right here on this side of the rib. So in other words, this is going to be moved 87 degrees. So I'll probably end up cutting that rib. I got it marked right there, 87 degrees. There's a little mark right there. I don't know if you can see it. But my thinking is if I put this to 87 degrees, that should give me 7 degrees angle. I'm going to have to think about if that's right or not, but it makes sense to me. But the thing is, that's on this side of the rib. So the cut, this is all straight, so I'll cut straight here, cut straight there. This side of the spar will get an 87 degree angle, and I'll lay that down, and that should give me my dihedral. 7 degrees, not much, but it does have some. There we are. So I just wanted to show you what the story was and where we were at. And I bought another radio too, a 7-channel Futaba, 2.4 gig. Bought it and the receiver. I didn't have a radio big enough. Well, I do got a 6-channel radio over here, but it's 72 megahertz. I wanted to go with the 2 gig or the 2.4. I paid $125 for that plus the receiver. So I was like, well, what the heck? I might as well get that too. I don't want to. I've already got enough Futaba servos. I got them all over the place. The only one I'm going to have to get is I need a high torque for the horizontal stabilizer. But that's where we're at, guys, just to give you an idea. We're working on it. So hopefully tonight I'll do some gluing, final fitting, and then glue everything. And maybe the next video I'll show you a wing, at least with the top part sheeted, and the nacelle planked. We'll see if we can get that far. But well, maybe not, because it depends on when the cowl comes. I have to wait for the cowling in the front to make sure everything is, I can use that cowling, or if I have to mill down the motor mounts for, or the bulkhead where the motor mounts sit. I have to mill it down if it's a little bit smaller. But I'm going to definitely get this glued, put the top spar in, get the landing gear, hardwood landing gear mounts in. Probably work on the flaps, get those all done, and the aileron out here at the end. So that's where we sit, and that's what we're doing. So, or maybe I'll just drink a Coors Light and hang out in the shed and listen to music. Who knows? But that's where we're at. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate all the comments and the people subscribing and stuff. Let me know if you have any questions. But we're moving along. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Bye.